And now, Energy's Us Production presents Pittsburgh Poltergeister Pedal. Today's topic, Part 2, Plasma Trail Evidence. Residue damage and augments. Try not to drop this on the ground this time, and off we go. Starting from where we were before, very close. Heading in the other direction. Subduction Port. Cracking. Much cracking as it comes up from this valley on the sidewalk. A lot comes up right here. Rust on the door. You see black stainage, cracking mortar, concrete. They were trying to pass off a child right back by that dumpster on one occasion. Oh look, skull and crossbones in the last 3 letters of that phone number. Lots of cracking. This building, you can see there was a flag up here, and you can see where the plasma has gone towards the flag as they look for things that they recognized when they were alive. And you can see the cracking here where it comes up from the deepest part of the valley and goes upward. I forgot to mention it always ascends upward if possible. That's why they have caps and things in their yard, bells, bales, etc. This one, we'll see heavy bleaching on the pole. We'll try to find some that have I think these have their ground rods, or the grounds in place. This one seems to, although it's been tampered with. Sorry to block the sidewalk. Thanks. Post office. Here's the high power lines. There's also a heavy pipe that runs across, aerially across the creek. There's the trolley tracks, the 42. S is in Sam, now labeled the red line. And you can see damage on this tree here, the staining rather. They wanted to fence this stuff in and we're told not to. More staining, black staining, flooding. TOW at half mast. Thank you. Up from here, you can see the tree is dead. You can see in the past video too to watch for dead trees. This place was called the Ivy Inn. You go around back, there's a garage door underneath. This was where the suspected MyLab was. There's a vent back in there. You can see for venting, ivy going up. Plasma goes up the pole with the ivy. A lot of death and stainage here and back in here, a little bit of conifer. I think these are hemlocks. These rocks were added for drainage, etc. If you look down by these windows, incredible stainage. The creek is down below here. It runs parallel to the red line we mentioned. We'll go up there now and take a quick look. Try to do this fast so we don't use up too much data. Ambulance station, mechanic, plumbers, garage. Here, this is called Poplar, right here. Directly ahead are 2 streets named Pennsylvania Boulevard, one there. That's a dead end, goes down to parallels the creek. And this one's also named Pennsylvania. You can figure out why they have 2 named Pennsylvania on each side of the red line. Symbolic and also a giveaway. Different color rust on the shewers. Let's do a U-turn, and we got really high impedance readings right here where my bike is. a little on the ridiculous side. Let's head on up that alley. It goes up there, it comes up here, you can see augments, brooms and whatnot stacked oddly. Up here is all kinds of stainage. Right here we found a groundhog just walking in circles. And we often find vehicles parked up here. There's heavy uptake here. Little stainage here, awful stainage there. Braking. They'll often park by the sewer caps. Water leaking. Oftentimes those who collect, whether they know it or not, seem to dump water down out of those pipes. We'll come up here. This used to be a pizza shop when I was a child. When I first discovered all this stuff about rust from the sun, they were digging and removing large dumpster containers of soil from inside and not putting it back. Now we're coming up onto where supposedly Tom Hanks was working right up here, and then a man fell off the balcony. On the rear of one of these was the story or rumor I was told. And we get uptake clear along this line here. This is Shady Drive East. This parallels the red line. Look at the bad stainage, cracking, popping, sick trees, everything. Let's head on down and around. Also burling on the trees and roots heading towards the surface. And you can also note that you'll see different color stains on the trees and pole popping. It's blistering and popping the poles. After the Tom Hanks incident, this pole here is the one caught fire, lit up like candles. And oftentimes this will catch fire. Let's continue on while I have a little time left. This is Castle Shannon Boulevard. I'll take you to the Mellon School. We'll look at some of the damage real quick and where they had the holographic police officer. Or so we will allege at the moment. Cornell Drive, or place. Here's the Mellon track. Mellon Junior High School track shaped like a Q. You can see stainage there on the building black. See? And we'll take a closer look. You can see a lot of popping and stainage. See what I mean? This was built later. It's a harbor, believe it or not. Okay, let's head down. I got a couple more quick ones. The holographic officer was here, and right here out of this sewer they put those lifts quite often.
Good to see you too.
Cornell Drive, number 1. Hey puppies, remember me? Down here it's hot too. You can see those dead trees, conifers, canaling with guidelines, guide wires, more illogical supports. Hey, look, they spelled Buchanan correctly. Hi. Here's where they were holding up to small children as you pass by. Buchanan Apartments up there. Okay, let's continue on. I'm probably running out of time. Myers Management Company. Here's the red line again. Central Square is a Masonic reference. Rose, Masonic reference. Note the stainage up here. Take a quick, yeah, we got to poke down here. This is why we use a bicycle to do this. All kinds of stainage here. See? They were trafficking children here before. Oh, sorry. Affirmative. Notice how they grabbed their temple. Anyhow, this is Alfred. They were trafficking here and taking them back behind this place. It's an old theater called the Dentist, which backwards is signed S-I-N-E-D, like a sine wave, or SIND, depending on how you pronounce it. Mount Lebanon Station, Mount Lebanon Police Department, Mount Lebanon Cemetery. Whew. The tunnels they built mid-80s. You can figure that out. Also in the Masonics, there's the keystone up there. Okay, we're coming down Shady Drive East. This is where we just, so we've made a loop now. They're digging in the front yard. Main line, there was a spring there. That was Fulton's. Their name was Fulton. There was a suspicious arson fire and something going on with Masonics. I found old articles about it. Hey, there's a hearse. And if you look, this is Luma, which is a mule backwards, and hitchhike.